Textbook Commission Subcommittee Fair, and then we'll work at looking at the minutes.
Commissioner William Cheshire.
On a meeting.
Okay.
Commissioner Angela Flowers. Commissioner Hannah Jimenez.
Commissioner Jimenez present.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker present.
Commissioner Lindsay Sice.
Commissioner Sice present.
You have 3 present, so that is a quorum for your subcommittee.
Right. So the first order of business is the approval of the minutes for last time. If everybody's had a chance to look at them, I'll entertain a motion when you're ready for approval of the minutes.
Commissioner Jimenez.
Sice. All right, motion to approve, Commissioner Sice.
Commissioner
I have a
Jimenez.
motion and a second by Commissioner Jimenez. Dr. Fair, I think we decided last time if you just do a roll call whenever we need to vote on something.
Yes.
Okay, so let's vote on accepting the minutes.
All right. Commissioner William Cheshire. Commissioner Angela Flowers. Commissioner Hannah Jimenez.
Commissioner Jimenez, yes.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker.
Commissioner Linker, yes.
Commissioner Lindsay Sice.
Commissioner Lindsay Sice, yes.
Okay, so that's approval of the minutes. The main purpose of the meeting is to kind of share out our courses that we've been working on and then talk about, you know, the timeline and next steps. We have some additional information as far as the opening date of school, and we chose some of those dates based on the idea that we might be starting school a little bit sooner and trying to get things accomplished before that happens. So we have possibly a little more wiggle room on the end of it. So let's start with everyone's in their Canvas course, and Commissioner Jimenez and Sice, if you want to talk about the textbook commission course.
Sure. Commissioner Jimenez, the course is pretty much done. The last edits I made were to make it module based. I had it originally just pages based, but with modules, I was able to add prerequisites and requirements so that as the commissioners complete the course, they have to do it in a certain order. And then at the end of like each section, they have to verify and like by signing their name that they read and understood the information that was presented to them. And so, other than that, I think last time I also had to I added the YouTube video with the subtitles for how to work the digital system as well. But other than that, that's all the changes that have been made to our course since last time.
Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that when I was playing around in it last night. You guys have done a lot of work. The only thing I thought about maybe more so for my course, because it's for advisors, and so I think we talked about it last time. I'm currently taking a course from NCAT on the more advanced Canvas, and so the more I get into it, the more I say, ooh, like I can do that now. But do you think we need to add like any discussions? Because I'm thinking about adding some discussions in ours, like at a place for people to put if they have anything like per module or just in general at the end of it.
I definitely think we could. Or we could at the end of everyone, like ask them if they have any questions to direct their questions to like maybe a specific person. The only thing I hesitate about doing a discussion board is how often, like for the advisor, like there's going to be a set time period when you're going to be looking at it, but like how often are we going to be checking back to see all the does that make sense?
Yeah. So like they may have a comment, we may not get back to it.
Yeah, for like a week or two. And so it would have been much quicker if they'd just sent like a personal email.
That's a good point. Okay. Yeah. I like how you made it the prerequisites. I just learned that. So I tried to add it to ours, the advisor one last night.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have any comments on that one?
Trying to get back to it, it won't let me. My thing is
Yeah, mine
frozen.
was slow getting into it when I
Yeah.
just got into it, and I don't know if it was my internet or the system. Because there are some things that were gray that now are not.
Yeah. That's what when I was looking at Hannah's earlier this morning, that's what was when I texted you earlier, that's what it was doing too, is half of it was being weird. I'm trying, Katie.
Oh, you're fine. So if you want to, do you want to go on to the advisor one, or is there anything else we want to talk about the commissioner one?
I don't know. I guess Hannah, you got Dr. Fair's email, right? And all that stuff has been taken care of. That's what it was, is the prerequisites and stuff, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
We talked about that, adding prerequisites that kind of controlled the flow, and then you can tell
Yeah.
the order that things went through that made sense. Otherwise, you could just pick and go wherever you wanted. And
Yeah, no, it's good. I was doing the student view of the commissioner training earlier, and it's nice how you cannot move forward until you've read and signed that page, which I think is a really good fail safe there, Hannah. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
We did talk. I think we mentioned it earlier when I was asking Commissioner Jimenez for how to navigate a different Canvas thing. For the purpose of commissioners and for advisors, definitely for advisors, they would be teachers. But for commission members, we probably need to have commission members as students in the course, or they won't see all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Commissioner Jimenez, yes, I agree. They would need to be students in order for all of the prerequisites and assignments to apply to them.
Right. So, Dr. Fair, you might want to note that when we go to push it out to everybody, that we push it out to commissioners as students in the course.
Yes, someone had already told me that that's what I needed to do. So I had planned to do that whenever you all tell me it's time.
Okay.
So just let me know when.
So then that gets us to the textbook evaluation advisors. If you guys want to pull up that one. And I played with it last night and made some prerequisites, and I haven't gone through the student view to see how that flows, but I tried to make it go from one module to the other module. And then as we add more content kind of information, I'm supposed to learn in the next Canvas course that I'm taking how to do the signature to move on. I may need to tap your brain, Jimenez, on how to do that if I don't get to that quicker.
So we're looking at the one, it just says
Textbook
Canvas course for advisors. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah. So there's some modules that are in there, and it's going to be in the same way that the commissioner is. There is prerequisites. So I did make a prerequisite. You have to go to the welcome first, and then into the second one, which is what is an advisor. And then why become an advisor. I did it's a draft of a flyer because that's what the flyer needs to be. But I know that some things need to be added to that flyer, so I'll probably just take it down, update the one. It's a Canva document in my Canva, so it's easy just to add and then upload the changes. But we had talked about adding to the flyer perks of which area of the teacher evaluation would be strengthened by participation in it, and I didn't have those numbers handy. I know Commissioner Fleming, she knew exactly which ones. I think between her and Commissioner Sykes, you guys knew which ones it hit. As a coach, I don't have the same standards, so it doesn't flow that quick to me, and so I definitely need some eyes on that. And I'm going to share with you guys, I made one specific for the CTE. So what's in here is just the general information without dates. And then there's one there will be one that's for the CTE specific and the Math 912 specific, and then the EC and the EL.
Okay.
So nothing in the modules yet, but you'll see that, what do I need to know before evaluation week is empty. Then there's one that'll be specific for 912. CTE 6 through 12 and ECLA 6 through 12. And in those modules, we've uploaded the content. We just need to share it into it. And that is like a link to their standards and a link to the a draft copy of the criteria sheet, just so that it's also housed within the document.
Yeah, I like that so that they can get their eyes on it sooner rather than later.
The last module, don't pay attention to because I was trying to build it as I was taking this course, and then the course wanted it to turn to like a training module meeting, and so I played in it. But that I thought we could make a module for, like right now you'll see it says today's date, and I uploaded the agenda for today, and then a little video on design principles. That could be something that we put up for when they had their virtual meeting and can house things in there, but I'm not really sure what that looks like now. And so the base information's up there. What I'd like you guys input in is, I don't know if you can tell or not, but in the welcome where it says, what is the textbook commission? What do you mean by textbook? I uploaded an iMovie for that, so it plays the slides.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, in that there are some hyperlinks, and you can't really get to the hyperlinks, or I couldn't when I tried it. And so I don't know, but you don't have to have the hyperlinks in that section because some of this stuff's referred to later more specifically. Just kind of like your input, do you like the movie, or should it just be individual slides like we have in the second module? There's 4 specific slides. I need to think of a cuter name than advisor 1, 2, 3, and 4. But that's
the Commissioner Spice. I was going to ask you what that meant. Like,
yeah, it was the general information, but we didn't want to like just put a link to the statutes. So we kind of like summarize in a friendly format the main point to some of the statutes, and then hyperlink the statute. The idea being that they would then go read that and then sign off that they read it.
okay.
But the page itself, it should come up as a page, and I embedded the slide in it. So it's a picture. I embedded the image in it. So as they go through it, that's what they should see is the image.
Commissioner Sites, I'm going through it now to see. So just to make sure I'm seeing as a student what you want them to see. So the first one for advisor 1 says textbook advisor, you are an important part of the work. That's it. Then when you hit next, it goes to advisor 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it has the 115C88.
Yes, and if you click on that, it should pull them up.
No, nothing like it doesn't open anything.
So we've been having problems at school with making sure things are public when we embed them in Canvases.
Yeah.
And I thought I did, but I need to go back and make sure. I actually put a folder in our subcommittee folder to put resources in. So like the movie is actually, I uploaded it into that Google folder, and then I made that folder public.
The movie would open, sorry, this Commissioner Sites, the movie would open, but you have to sign in first to be able to view it. It says that you have to authorize through a Google account for that one, but I was able to get it. The next page after the movie, it says NCDPI textbook adoption process.
Yeah, that should be the first part of the second module.
It's not, it says that DPI refuses to connect. So it's just like a blank page with a little frowny face on it. Okay, advisor 1 page is fine. There's nothing on there to do. Advisor 2 page, the link does not open.
So links.
Same thing on advisor 3, the state board policy link does not open. But the pictures are like, there's a picture of a girl.
Yeah, that's the other thing I need to ask Dr. Fair, because I'm not sure about how to do it. I have some pictures that I took last year from the evaluations. I really thought about in that one, the last slide, maybe the one that's got the teacher standing. I really initially wanted to put a picture from last year up there, but I was trying to find a way to haze it out. You can't see too much. Well, you can't really specifically see the materials, but you can, if you knew what you were looking at, you might recognize what they are. And I'm not sure about the logistics and the legality of putting an actual photograph from last year on it. And so that picture might change,
Mm-hmm.
stay the same.
Okay, your textbook flyer is good. You
Can
can
you
see
see-
both pages. Yeah, you can see both pages of that.
See, that's a PDF, so maybe that's the difference, because that I put up as a PDF, and the advisor 1, 2, 3, and 4 is actually an image. So I need to go upload. I have them as PDFs. I just need to maybe switch them out.
Okay, the next page, the digital resources, the one that you said you just added, you can see the minutes, they're there.
Okay. And nothing else has anything in it. So that textbook
Mhm,
flyer should
yeah.
be the last thing, except till you get to my play one.
Yeah, there's like a little video.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing is those links won't open. That's the only thing that I wasn't able to do
And I
with
think
advisors.
you would have to link, sorry, Commissioner Jimenez, you would have to link the entire image because it was a slide with the link on it, but when you converted it to an image, it took away the link capability. So you'd have to link the entire image within the course in order for it to open the statute. Does that make sense?
So then would that mean I would need to put a link, the link that's in Canva, and embed that link in there?
Yeah, so when you put the image into the page, if you just click the image again, and then it should give you a link option, and then you would just make the image what links it to the statute.
Okay. I will try that, and then I might need to, I'll try to do it myself, but I might need your help
Okay, of course.
on that little technical parts of it. So other than that, does it flow? I mean, I feel like it flows fairly decent. We didn't want it to be like overwhelmingly boring. We want it to be a little more engaging, but yet take them to the information they really should read. I added at the very beginning the thing where it said introduce yourself, because they can't submit information. Of course, if they did, no one would see it, but we discovered that we can't use this module as a way to submit as an assignment information to Dr. Fair. So I thought that might just be a nice way for them to introduce themselves. So when the other advisors do the module, they can like see each other before they actually get there, maybe make connections. Do you think that's a good idea, or do you think that's not?
No, I think that's good.
My Canvas courses at NCAT always had to introduce yourself at the beginning.
Commissioner Jimenez, I like it. I think it's a good, especially as it's their like first introduction to the process. I like it.
I made some notes that double check the links, and how to fix that. I'll find out about the pictures. I'll have to talk to Dr. Fair about if I can use pictures of actual people or not. We didn't get a chance to get commissioner pictures. At the point that we do, then we can add that up in the part where it talks about what is the commission. But I do have a picture of your room, Jimenez and Sice, last year. And I could put the 4 of y'all that were in the middle school room up.
Yeah, Commissioner Jimenez, I
That's a
think
really good picture.
Okay. So is there any other suggestions for that other than the links? I mean, just the flow.
No, it flows, Commissioner Stice, I think it flows fine. I mean, it was super easy to click through.
Okay.
And I think it's well set up so that like for the next time we can hide the modules that we don't need, add new modules for the new subjects, and it makes it a course that it can easily be changed from year to year based on what we need.
Good point.
This is Commissioner Flowers. Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
Hey, I've been listening to everything. It sounds good.
Great. All right. So that's the next steps, to work on, to fix up that module, which gets us to, let me minimize this screen and go to another one. Just general, I think we're on the point, just general comments about the work. I mean, I feel like the commissioner one's definitely ready for peer review. If we wanted to start with that one and get some feedback from that. Ours, the advisor one's not really quite ready. And so I thought if we push back our time, if you guys are okay with, and if we come back next week and then ours will be finished, because that gives me a chance to put in some of the links and update that flyer and fix the issues. And then we can push that one out for review next week. Does that work for everybody now that we know that we're not going to school
Ever.
first week in May?
Commissioner Jimenez, yes, that works.
Yeah, Commissioner Slice, that's fine.
Okay, so if we have a quick, it'll be the same agenda, but we're basically just concentrating on the advisory, making sure it looks good and pushing it out. And I feel like the commission members is ready for a peer review. So we'll maybe try to get that out to get some input by a few people. And I know Dr. Faird's already got that ready. Just waiting for us to say go.
Yes, it is ready, definitely ready for peer review. Unless there's anything you guys can think you want changed.
No, I think it's great. You want to add the thing about for them to ask questions, just in general?
Yes.
Just not a discussion, but like a place to say if you have any questions, ask. I mean, if it's content, it could be Dr. Fair, the chairs, or experienced members. If it's about the course itself, probably should be directed to you guys that work on the course.
Mhm.
Okay, Commissioner Jimenez, I'm gonna add that page under essential information, so that it's one of the first things they see. So they'll have access to it throughout the entire course.
I am going to try to add maybe one or two places, like at the end of the two modules that have the information, like a discussion of what they've viewed. A lot, as well as add the disclaimer where they sign that they've indicated that they've read or viewed that information. But that should all be finished by next week. I should be finished with my course, and if I'm not, then I will touch base with Commissioner Jimenez, because I know you figured out how to do it, or actually you already knew how to do it. Is there any other questions, comments? So as far as the timeline goes, we're gonna meet next week to do a final review of among ourselves with ours, but we're gonna go ahead and push out peer review for the commission one this week. So maybe that way we'll have feedback from that one by next Friday, and then finalize the advisor one and send it out for peer review.
Okay.
The following week. Does that work for everybody's schedule? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's fine. I like splitting it up too, so that they're going out in 2 different weeks and they can really focus on one at a time.
And then after so next week we'll look at peer review and give the final input for advisors. The next week we'll meet on the peer review for the advisors. And after that, we'll schedule we are going to schedule a meeting for the commission as a whole before we push them out to everybody, just to kind of say, here they are, here's what you need to do. And so it wouldn't be a very long meeting, just to kind of let everybody know that it's there and give them a deadline of when the commission part needs to be done. Make it little chunks of work and not a bunch of stuff at one time. With that being said, I do not have anything else unless you have something else you guys want to talk about. If not, we can entertain a moment for a motion to adjourn.
Okay. Commissioner Seiss, motion to adjourn.
Okay, Commissioner Seiss with the motion to adjourn. Can I have a second?
Commissioner Jimenez, second.
Commissioner Jimenez, second. And Dr. Fair, if you can do the roll call for vote.
Commissioner William Chester, Commissioner Angela Flowers,
Hello? Yes.
Commissioner Hannah Jimenez,
Commissioner Jimenez, yes.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker,
Commissioner Kathleen Linker, yes.
and Commissioner Lindsay Seiss.
Commissioner Lindsay Seiss, yes.
Unanimous from those present.
Okay, so that's an adjournment. We already have the time for next week in the doodle poll. I will talk to you then. Have a good week.
All right, y'all have a good week.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.